the whole like trophy fucking thing. The only like substantial trophy I ever got with anything was I got 3rd place in the Pinewood Derby, and there was only a first.
I'm pretty sure our bowling team came in first or second every year.
No,
yeah,
I remember a trophy.
We were only behind the only other team that would come close to us was whatever that team that fat stinky fuck Ricky on.
This episode is brought to you by Playapod, the best cross-platform podcast app for iOS and Android. Just visit playapod.com and download it for free.
When you were born, the doctor turned around and slapped your mother.
You son of a motherless goat!
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
It looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress.
Hey, laser lips! Your mama was a snowblower.
You stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerve herder.
Recorded in the HFTI podcasting headquarters.
I'll use small words that you'll be sure to understand, you warthog-faced buffoon.
They're just two regular nobodies that can argue about anything.
I don't like your jerk-off face, I don't like your jerk-off behavior, and I don't like you.
From music and movies to daily life and terrible people. You're listening to Here for the Insults.
What did you say? I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was...
Hosted by Big Matt Fisher and Sean Deakins.
Why you keep me waiting so long? Yeah, waiting round here for way too long. Half the day they came and gone. Guess I'm going to have to wait some more. Don't want to wait no more.
Am I up there? Bienvenido. Welcome to another episode of Here for the Insults podcast. Me and my co-host extraordinaire, Sean Deakins, again, and our buddy John Shorter.
Hola, ¿qué pasa?
At this point, not that I'm like keeping track, I think that you've probably been on this episode, on this show more than anybody else. I think you got, because Dan would have been the other
4 times, I think.
Yeah, I'll get Dan to come back too.
No, I think this is number 5.
Might be.
A reason I like having John on here is he doesn't combat to try to speak over anyone, and like he has good timing. You know what I mean? He pops in when he has like a complete thought. You know what I mean? He's not annoying. He's not here like.
And he has some really good hometown values.
What the fuck does that mean? Turn the music down a little bit. It feels like it's blowing the.
It's not.
It sounds
I
like
assure you.
It sounds like dog shit. Not the song, just like in my headphones, it sounds like dog shit.
Well, you're high, I'm not.
Don't make accusations, sir.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Much how Jussie Smollett was allegedly beaten by 2 MAGA supporters.
In the middle of Chicago at 2 a.m. in the morning.
The thing about that, though, is...
Turn the fucking music.
Will you shut up? I know what I'm fucking doing.
Okay, I just sound really loud. Anyway. Actually, where's my... Good, no, continue, talk.
So, Jussie Smollett, I could give a shit less about the political parts of it and what he was trying to do or accomplish. I don't give a fuck. He is the world's dumbest criminal. Absolutely, without a doubt, the most fucking dumb person I've ever. It's like
terrible execution.
It's like something out of a buddy cop movie with like Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels or Snatch or some shit. That's how bad it is.
Well, I mean, I've seen like this is one of those kind of things. I've just kind of been avoiding like all of the super buzzy. Like
sure, when there's a slight black mark placed on, no pun intended. A guy getting beat up by MAGA, you turn your back.
No, I just haven't. I just really don't like. It's whatever.
But
I didn't say that. Like all I know is this is what I've. This is all I know, which is like the broad strokes. I know that like apparently he said he was beat up or some shit, and then it was like a hate crime, and then they found out that he just staged the whole thing. That's all I really know. I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. I've never watched an episode of Empire.
He's on Empire. Who cares?
I don't know
the
anything.
fucking thing.
I don't
though,
know anything about him.
I'm gonna walk you through this.
Okay.
The fucking guy, first mistake, he fucking hired friends that were also affiliates of the show to beat him up. 2 black guys in the most
Nigerians.
Yeah, 2 of the blackest black guys in a city with more than like what 30,000 CCTV cameras, right? And he actually went to a place, mind you, it was white MAGA guy, or I'm sorry, he said he wasn't sure because they got him from behind. Mm-hmm. But 2 of the blackest black guys. Nothing caught on camera, even though he wanted it caught on camera because he went to a spot where it would be caught on camera, but the camera wasn't pointing in that direction.
Well, are they not going to realize that it's 2 black guys on the fucking film?
Well, that's what they did. They walked it back, and they eventually tracked the guys and got the guys.
Right, yeah.
But then they had to get additional, evidence. The fucking guys took a lift to the crime scene.
Well,
I mean, how stupid is that?
Yeah, all that stuff can be
right.
But I mean, I just don't. Yeah, that's beyond. Not even the lift thing. The whole thing with the cameras. That is beyond the fucking stupidest shit. How are you going to say that it was like you? He was saying it was like white
dark,
dudes.
Yeah, it was dark. They had masks on and gloves on.
And they said, "Welcome to MAGA. This is MAGA country," and all this other shit.
Oh, okay.
And then he had the guys beat him
like
up.
A gay fag.
Yeah.
N-word and
something like that.
Yeah.
So
okay. Yeah, because I didn't know what he was saying. Now, because I just remember from the beginning, people were thinking. I'd heard like people already saying that like, oh, this is probably bullshit. But like I don't listen to that chatter because I just feel like it's like you know what I mean. It's just a bunch of like angry Facebook and Twitter people arguing with one another.
So they take the lift ride to like around the corner. They track these guys back even further to where they're at the fucking store buying all the shit.
Yeah.
What do they buy?
For the attack. And they literally throw up masks with eye holes and mouth holes, black gloves,
red
hats, the rope with that they turned into a noose, because that's the other thing. They put a noose around his neck and left him there.
Yeah.
Oh, but I didn't even know that.
They throw the gloves up on the counter, and they're just sitting there. They bought it all in one spot. Both of them standing there,
man.
and the camera's looking straight down on the counter. And there's black gloves. There's the masks with the holes. There's the rope,
and it's 2 like humongous, straight jacked black guys.
Yeah, because they're like one's his personal trainer.
Paid him like $4,000,
$3,500. But here's the kicker: he wrote them a check.
Yeah, a personal check.
A personal check. He paid the people to commit the crime with a personal check.
What is the show Empire about at all? Do you know?
It's about rappers in like Chicago.
R&B and shit. The singers.
How is
music
he
business.
doing a show on being like a hip hop artist where like, you know what I mean? With being that like completely disconnected from typical like street fucking smarts.
Are you serious?
Stupidity.
He's from Hollywood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that.
The most disconnected people.
Like, bro, you don't write any like.
He wrote himself
illegal shit is cash only transactions, bro.
It's like the Maui, the white rapper movie. What was that called?
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Malibu's Most Wanted. That's how
even if I planned
this
on
guy
like
is.
killing someone and like I had to buy rope and like all that bullshit you rattled off. You would do it, but like in stages
Not
from
like a
different
fucking idiot.
stores, like over an extended period of time.
Paying in cash,
Well,
casing the store
before-
so that you can try and hide yourself from the
The
camera.
week before, he wrote himself like a death letter.
Oh yeah, that's right.
In the mail, he mailed himself like a thing from MAGA country. He cut it out of fucking magazines like a psycho, like a fucking psychopath, and mailed itself to him with crushed up aspirin, like it was you know what I mean, like it through the mail to kill him.
And what was
they
that
tested
shit called?
It was anthrax.
Anthrax, yeah.
It was just.
He mailed it
Tylenol.
to himself.
And so he's facing charges for that shit too, for
Yeah,
the
no,
mail,
and
like, that's federal shit.
he's got arrested for all this fake bullshit, right?
Oh yeah,
He was
yeah.
indicted.
He's facing 3 years.
Good. I hope he gets it. He probably won't. Though.
It's just
No, he won't.
it's so stupid. Like,
that's unreal,
bro.
He went on Good Morning America. Or
Oh, he's
whatever.
crying and shit.
Like, dude, he's a terrible fucking actor.
How long?
Terrible actor. Because if my attackers were black or Muslim, my doubters would care a lot much more. a lot much more. Like, I was like, what the fuck? This guy's obviously lying right now. Like, how does no one fucking see this?
Well, how long of time period was from when he said that this happened to when they actually proved that it was bullshit?
Like 2 weeks.
It was like
well,
2 weeks.
Okay, I didn't. I
2 weeks.
Dude,
I thought it was
they took-
longer.
There was like 23 Chicago police officer detectives on this case.
Oh yeah, it cost him
So-
$500,000 to do
Yeah.
the case in 2 weeks.
And because it was such a high publicity, so that's 23 cops off of the streets of Chicago to find some people that don't exist.
That's what Chicago needs.
Yeah,
Be
You know what I
tied up
mean?
in that shit.
Like, you put a noose around your neck. You fucking put a noose around your neck. Apparently, when the cops got there,
Well, I just
he
don't
went to
understand
Subway.
how just a beating.
He went to Subway and got something to eat with the noose around his neck still, eating a fucking sandwich.
You don't think that's gonna raise any fucking eyebrows?
He's a fucking idiot.
He's an idiot.
He is the dumbest. Like he has to be like. There's not.
Could you imagine going down to the block and being like, "Yo, you got some weed? Yeah, hold up, let me write you a check."
Yeah.
So I mean, this was. I don't know how you didn't. I mean, you just must not be
Well, he was
watching
in Mexico.
TV. Yeah, you were in Mexico.
No,
It was everywhere.
I don't watch anything on
Democratic.
TV.
He was
all
just
the
trying to
Democratic,
survive.
like presidential people were tweeting about it.
I was
calling
too
it, like,
busy in
you know,
Mexico running a serpentine direction to avoid the bullets.
the kidnappers.
Yeah, that's mind-blowingly stupid. I didn't realize it would be like that fucking dumb. You were like saying, "Oh, he's the dumbest person ever," and like I thought that there would just been like kind of one dumb misstep.
There's only one.
But the entire fucking operation of the entire thing was done by like. I mean,
You fail to plan, you
Bro,
plan to fail.
you never watched a crime movie?
Watch
Like-
a little CSI or something.
Like, bro, you need to start watching like The Sopranos
Watch
or like
Dexter.
Goodfellas and
Well,
shit.
apparently he did this because he was unhappy with his salary in
Yeah.
the show. He was making $100,000 an episode.
I
$100
heard.
grand an episode.
I heard. I can't. I wasn't a link or anything. This is just a friend of mine. The only other because I didn't even really hear the details of actually what happened. The only thing I heard was that I guess like his means of justifying it was I guess he did some sort of like GoFundMe for some charter school that he went to as a young kid that they're about to shut down, and like he kind of like gives credits to them with him getting into acting and stuff, and that they were gonna have to shut down, and like in order to keep it open, it was gonna be like $6 million. So he I don't. This is just what you should probably
So
like.
what? Like he got paid to do this?
No, we should probably Google that. Sean, our producer, and dude with just happens to have a laptop in front of him. You should probably look into that because like the person that told me this, I don't know. The details might be screwy. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's talking
well,
about.
no, and then he was trying, and then he had like a GoFundMe, and I think he raised like $1 million for this charter school, and then. He was unhappy because I think that he wanted the show to pay him enough where he could cover the rest to keep this place open, and because I guess they weren't quite paying him enough for that he did this, but none of it makes any sense. None of it makes any sense. Like
I got nothing on Smollett and the charter school.
or a school or a GoFundMe, anything.
No, nothing.
Fucking fake news over here.
No,
You
no,
hear that in
dude.
Mexico?
No. This dude, like I said, I didn't see a link about it. I didn't see anything. This is just what I was told by someone I know. I don't know what the fuck they're hearing though. They probably read the fake news article or something. You know?
The Onion.
It was from like the article was like defending it. It was from like socialjusticewarrior.com / Cry Me a River /
sounds about right.
Snowflake like. Well, guys, what we need to understand is that he faked this because I'm sure some jackass will come out to like try to defend him.
Oh, there are people doing that already.
Dude, you have to be how it's fucking indefensible. Like I mean, that's just like
They had like
the thing is that's really fucked up about it is like, dude, you're doing nothing but shitting on your own cause. He's like he's a homosexual, right?
big time activist.
Yeah, you're okay. Then you're killing. What you're doing is that when something like that for real happens, you're going to fucking. Everybody's like, he's probably full of shit, or like, what's his motivation? You know what I mean? Where there is probably incidences. Not exactly like that, but like, some shit like that might go down some fucking where, and like now people like are like, oh, you're just up to something, and like that's the same.
What happens with all them, with all those crazy people.
It's the same shit with like sexual assault and rape like accusations and stuff. I won't like I'll always believe the woman first, just cause like dudes are fucking awful, but. It's just really, if you're blatantly making it up, then, R. Kelly went to jail, right? Turned himself in?
He turned himself in.
Good.
For like 10 counts or something.
10 counts, yeah. 10 counts of peeing on kids.
Yeah, I mean...
It's crazy. Like, people have known this shit for fucking like 20
pretty much,
years.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it was just always it was like directly, but I don't know.
The whole him pissing on the kid happened in like the fucking 90s.
Well, now... I don't even remember much about that other than like the Chappelle Show skit about it. Like,
even then, that was like 2003.
Oh yeah, which was like 15 fucking years ago. I just don't remember any of the details of anything that happened. But I guess he didn't get charged with anything. But there was a video footage of it. How do you not get charged if there's video footage of it? I don't know. It sounds like money or something. Like
pay him, give him money.
Yeah, R. Kelly's canceled, man. You can't like now you just like, I mean, even if like a guilty pleasure of mine was that song, that ooh ooh, give me that beep beep. That's a catchy tune. It's a catchy fucking song.
Back in the kitchen, mama rolling that body, got every man in here wishing, sipping on coke and rum. Baby, like so what? I'm drunk. It's the freaking weekend.
I like how we just go through this and then like just break out into fucking joyous fucking singing, like we're praising them.
That brings up a good question. Can you separate?
Yeah. Can you separate the
artist from
the art?
We do it every day with politics.
Everybody's got some shit with them, man, but it's pretty unforgivable. Like if you're the whole rapey shit, like like I don't give a fuck if you were stealing or you were on drugs or some shit. The rapey shit, dude. Like even if you beat the fuck out of somebody, if you murdered someone. I'm at least willing to hear you out. When you become like a straight sexual predator or like some shit like that, like because I can't wrap my head around it. Like to me, that's like just the most disgusting, revolting thing. Right. Because to me, nothing sounds absolutely worse than like, you trying to have some sort of intimate moment with another person that just ain't into it.
Right,
fuck, I can't even watch a porno if the chick looks like she's not really having a good time. It fucking weirds me out.
Oh, I'm in a different place.
It just does. It's like
I'm so far down the rabbit hole. You don't want to know.
No, like they're doing a bunch of crazy shit. That's fine, but as long as she's like being like, like she looking like she's having a great fucking time, and then I'm cool. But people that like really like seriously get into that kind of shit and watch that really hard, like really uncomfortable kind of stuff, like I feel like that we should have like if anyone's bought that, there's no way to really track. Well, I don't know, IP addresses. If you're watching some fucking really fucking like shit like that, we need to be keeping an eye on you.
What about old guys getting hand jobs and rubbing tugs?
What's the big fucking deal?
Go Pats.
What if it's
it was a sexual sting, sex trafficking operation. Sting.
We were. You think they don't really want to be there? Now we're talking Stockholm syndrome, like with you and your tour guide.
We talked a little bit about this before we had the mics on. I don't listen. I don't know a whole lot about legal language and stuff like that. I just feel like I never, like, there was prostitution. I just like, you get popped for prostitution.
I mean, I think
it's like I never really remember hearing the whole tag of human trafficking. Now it's like every prostitution thing you hear human trafficking, which sounds way worse. But like, I understand that that's a thing too. But I don't think that like any prostitute you bust is like a victim of human trafficking necessarily.
It's the same as what you just talked about with the Jussie Smollett thing. I feel like human trafficking becomes almost a quick defense for any prostitute. Like, oh, it's human trafficked. Well,
Yeah.
that then becomes the boy who cried wolf when every prostitute says I was trafficked here.
My beliefs on all of that is that I feel like every major city should have some sort of red light district, and you should make it legal. And I feel, you know what I mean? Like make it legal, make it like
That would probably increase human trafficking.
Sex trafficking.
If you made it legal, wouldn't everybody had to have paperwork and stuff, like they do in like some of the European countries?
Okay.
The only thing I heard, I did read an article about this. I think it was in Amsterdam or whatever, which like has like the red light district.
Right.
That it's not like a high percentage, but that there's some people that'll do backdoor shit because you need to get a lot of like government licensing and stuff,
regulation.
So like they're doing like some apparently recently they've been doing some more shady shit because the government's just been doing more regulating, you know,
right?
And it's fine, but it was just what I read was like it was just like the insane amount of wait time to try to get like official documentation to do it legally, and like they will only give out so many and whatever. But
there was a rub and tug that got busted up by me.
There was one around here at Glen Burnie. I don't know where it was, but I remember seeing the article, like because I just like laughed like I sarcastically. I was like, oh shit, I'm just finding out about it now. But when you saw the people that got arrested, it was like an older Asian dude and like and just like two older Asian ladies.
Why is it always Asian people? Why is it always massage parlors?
It's not always. There's plenty of other people getting fucking paid to jerk dudes off. I mean, like, and the whole thing with Robert Kraft, like, I don't really give a fuck. He's a bazillionaire.
Ooh.
I figured that he would already have a Rolodex full of like high end escorts.
Oh, I just punched the microphone.
Yeah, but
these are the women that were at the rub and tug up by me.
Yeah, but it's also probably because
I want to pay for that. Beat them off with a stick.
Or they could have just been running it.
Well, I mean, yeah, you don't even have to like really be into like what the person's looks like to get a hand job. You know, you just sit there with like you're already naked. They've been rubbing you down. You probably got half chub anyway. Just sit there like close your eyes and let them do the work. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds like a great idea. Actually, no. Just kidding.
You get this giant fucking paw wrapped around your dick.
Yeah,
you're okay with just having a hand
it's
job.
all good until it's a dude.
Boy, you're awfully callousy.
Yeah, you're right. God damn, were you
ouch
moving cinder blocks all day before you came in today? God damn, I got fucking rug burn on my fucking cock. That's funny. Big old brute, like I'm just thinking like a big old muscle bound guy coming there. Come on, release
fucking
all of
the
your
mountain.
attention. Yeah, dude. Oh no, Jesus
He'd just
Christ.
fucking pop that thing.
Like a little cannoli.
Dude, I don't know, man. He just that's an animal of human being. I imagine his like fucking dick like swings like well past his knees. Like he's just like some sort of I don't know. That's a scary human being. It's kind of like how I like
He's
think
like
that
7 feet tall and like can deadlift like this house.
It's kind of like you know, like Brock Lesnar and like Sable are married, and like Sable's like been like she stays at home. I swear, like he's like you stay in the compound, like you know. Well, not even that because his voice does not match his body. If you ever,
I know.
You're gonna stay in the compound, or like he's like. I like when he like in wrestling, he pops up from something and he'll like do like that screech.
Yeah.
And he sounds like a fucking pterodactyl or something. He's like ah! It's like fucking hilarious. But yeah, I just imagine like you know he comes back from being on the road and like it's just him like bouncing around the living room like Sable, come down here now, like. I don't know. That poor woman, like, I just feel like her insides have been destroyed by that guy.
I almost got in an accident this morning.
Talk about changing the subject. I'm glad we're doing it though, because like I don't know. It sounds like I'm like really like you know closeted homosexual over here talking about the mountain and Brock Lesnar and fucking
how big their dicks are.
Yeah.
No, this lady just
Brock's probably got a micro penis or something. You know what I mean? Like I feel like to work that hard, to be that crazy and work that hard to do stuff, like you got to have like something that's like you fucking hate about yourself, so you got to excel at other things.
Look, when you become like a power lifter and you start lifting weights and stuff, your dick doesn't grow. So I could look like the mountain, and I got a little dick. I'm guessing those big, giant-ass motherfuckers look like they got little dicks.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of also the curse of being a fat dude.
Yeah. My dick looks little, because it is.
I mean, like, Ron Jeremy's got a fucking big-ass rod, but, like, if you see him, like, in his later days where he's all fat, I never made it a point on purpose to see anything with Ron Jeremy in it, but it's like, his with his big old fat gut and shit, like his dick doesn't really look like all that big. Like if he was a midget, bro, like imagine having like a dick like that and you're like a dwarf or a little person.
It's gonna hang to his knee.
What the fuck?
Dude, yeah, like I mean at that point, like you figure like if it's big enough, it's like damn, you could like almost like pogo on that shit, dude. Like pole vault. Like
you run to the bed and
I remember like
flip up with it.
Yeah.
From Austin Powers.
My
little tripod.
This is a funny story about my mother, real quick. This is a good follow up. But like, we were watching they was just watching Jerry Springer or some shit, and this was one like Jerry Springer was still like maybe slightly a little like not complete bullshit,
right?
And it was this lady, and she was had a relationship with a little person or whatever, and I'm a kid. I don't really know any better. I was just kind of under the impression that little people like just dated other little people. Like it's just,
right.
And I remember my mother saying, my mother's like was telling me, she's like, well, they still have like the same equipment as the big guys do. So like chicks like them because they look like they're really like really big.
Yeah.
Traumatic shit there, man. I don't know why I just remembered that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's been a couple random, like, fucking...
Just random shit?
No, random, like, stuff from, like, when I was younger that, like, it was uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. What were we getting at next? I'm rambling.
I don't fucking know. I don't know what you just said.
Next topic.
Yeah, really. No, I don't know. This lady just pulled out in front of me, but...
Oh, yeah, you were having an accident.
I don't understand. Yeah, and it sucks, too, because I'm just driving along, and there's cars coming this way in my coming to me, and then this car's pulling out from a side street, and it's one of those ones where there's a couple different types of people. I am the type of person, I've accidentally pulled out in front of somebody, and I do one of two things. I either back up really quick, or you peel wheels out in front of them, because if you can get in front of them, hopefully they can slow down enough. This person, they pulled out in front of me, and it was like a deer in headlights. They just sat there. And I'm slamming the brakes on, trying to steer left, but not going to oncoming traffic. And then they just slowly finish pulling out. Like nothing happened. Don't even get a wave. Nothing. Because if I do something, I'm like,
yeah.
sorry. Put my hand up and wave.
Right.
Nothing from these people. I hit my brakes. I put my bag in my passenger seat. I set my phone on a certain spot in my bag.
I reached into the bag, pulled out my 9mm, started waving it around. God damn, listen here, motherfucker!
I set my cigarettes on top of my bag. Everything's on top of my bag. I slammed the brakes right in the fucking dashboard. And it just fucking pissed me off. I wasn't 5 minutes from home.
I thought you said this. I'm sorry, I must have misheard. I thought you said that was your today coming down here that you almost got in an accident.
Yeah. I'm saying I was only 5 minutes from home.
No, okay.
Coming this direction.
I'm confusing myself. Yeah.
No more weed. No more weed.
You don't tell me how to live my life. Understand me? I'm here for a good time. I'm not here for a long time.
Anyway, but no, that was.
Yeehaw! Pass a fucking diener. So
what's next?
We touched on Robert Kraft and the other dude thing.
I know what's next.
Whatever the hell else.
Let's get to our mailbag.
Oh, hey. Yeah, mailbag at herefortheinsults.com.
That is right.
Listen, if you want to just drop us a line, do it there. Or just if you have any ideas or like want to talk shit, there's something you fucking hate, by all means, please. You want to tell us that the fucking show fucking sucks and you hate it? That's cool too. Please, like drop it in, pop on your email. And send us some shit. We'll bring it up on the show. And hey, if you bring up some good stuff, honestly, and if you know me and we're around the area, you're way more likely to be able to possibly be part of this illustrious podcast.
All you got to do is pass the security checks. All right.
Yeah, they've been tightened up after some guests we had on here.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
So
you come in here and you got it like a Bible in your back pocket where you're going to be asked to leave.
I did get some imaging worked up for our mailbag.
Imaging.
I'm going to get you. I'm coming for you. You understand that? What do you think I am? What do you think I do? Very foolish.
Very foolish.
So you've chosen your bed. Sleep in it.
Anyway.
Don't give me any more pleasantries. I want war.
Yeah.
Give me your attacks.
Yeah.
Everything.
My fucking hero.
Now you understand the shape of things. That's good that you understand. Now you understand. I'll keep my hands.
It was tough getting Alex Jones to do our mailbag.
Your tough guy crap's gonna end real quick.
Let him
We've taken down Hillary, and we've taken down the globalist, and we're gonna take down Soros, and we're gonna take you down. Because God wants purity. God wants things hot and cold, not lukewarm. God wants me to wage war. God told me, destroy Joe Rogan.
Destroy Joe Rogan.
It was tough getting Alex for our mailbag, but we've got it here.
Dude, as much as like he's always been kind of like a character, but like he's just kind of like really going like balls to the
He
wall
is in
with it.
full entertainment mode now.
That's fine. I never took him legit. Like, I always thought he was full of shit anyway. It's just like at this point he should just like go as hard as he possibly can to be like a caricature of himself, and I think that he could probably win back. You know what I mean? Like if you own it and like make it kind of silly, like I feel like he could win back the population. Like people would be in his corner, even though he's been banned from everything. But that was because, listen, you talk about conspiracy theories and stuff like that. Like there's plenty of things that done that. But like when you start talking about fucking people's who like kids fucking died, and then you have like these like families getting harassed and stuff. Like that's what basically fucked him. And
that's not why he got banned.
Yeah, but I mean, wasn't that like the beginning of it? What was exactly
that shit was a long time ago.
A long time ago. And
well, no, I just thought it was kind of a buildup from that. What exactly got him banned? Was there
he
something
got banned
specific?
for going to Congress and harassing a journalist when all he did was confront him about a piece he wrote about him. So he was on public property.
But how did he go about it? You know how fucking much of a fucking like tough guy dickhead he tries to be.
Is it enough to get banned from social media though?
It was obviously a political statement. Only conservatives were getting banned. Literally. Like you can, if you're on the left or not on the right, you can say anything on fucking social media and not be fucking banned. I call for the death of children, call for the death of anybody on the right, and you're good to go.
That's a weird statement.
I also
It's
feel
true.
like a lot of this is all just like.
By the way, here's your problem. Social media is not freedom of speech. That is a company.
Yeah, that's basically.
That is an entity that allows you to use it.
That's what it all boils back down to.
So legally, I say that there is nothing that people can do. They can ban you if they want to ban you.
Yeah,
no, but he still has a website. If you want to go support him, you can still go to his website.
And people do. I'm just saying, like,
and that's fine. I'm totally in the fucking corner of.
You say as like these huge corporations and like monopoly basically is what social.
It might have been
Twitter stuff
posturing because like there are big companies and shit. So it might have just been like to try to save face.
They said he violated the ethics conduct rule or whatever like that.
He has
and it's the same for anybody.
A lot of listeners and a lot of people buy all that bullshit.
About is that they're obviously targeting certain people because when their algorithm picks up something that would consider a ban, if it's said by somebody that like Kathy Griffin,
when you have like
they don't ban her,
it's
they
just
would ban somebody else.
I feel like it all is just a reactionary thing from how much actual because like InfoWars has been around for a while. I remember seeing their bumper stickers like over 10 years ago. Like you know what I mean? The 9/11 was an inside job, Infowars.com. And Alex Jones it's always been his thing. I never listened to him back then, but he didn't become in the spotlight until El Presidente has been out fucking discrediting all the media and goes on his show. It validated Alex Jones. And I think that he could have said something about that massacre thing being a false flag 10 years ago, and it probably wouldn't it wouldn't even fucking make a blip on the radar. But because he gets a lot more attention because the president's been on his show and the president discredits the media all the time. So like people who are really, they can be swayed like that. Like they think that like, all this shit's fake, but let's listen to him. It's the same shit like with the didn't like a dude run up in that fucking pizza shop that was like the whole Pizzagate thing, right? Did he shoot somebody? What happened there? Do you remember? You know what I'm talking about?
He shot someone. I think he just like pulled a weapon or something.
Yeah,
but I mean, he got caught. He got arrested.
I know, but like, I mean, a lot of that shit stems from like dumb people being fucking influenced by the stupid shit you're saying.
Pizzagate's real.
Okay.
I mean, I think the media is pretty bad at their job.
Yeah, that too.
They're
I mean,
both sides.
The thing is like
they're pushing a certain narrative.
Yeah, but they've also like to play as devil's advocate. The stuff they've been called on, they were wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not just been like one specific. It's all those 24-hour news networks. And it's all just, I think all it is like, oh, fuck, I need to get the scoop, the big story, whatever it is, and just get it out there to try to get more ratings before you have all your shit together and know even what the fuck happened. And then you have that stuff, it's all videotaped, and then, they have to go back on stuff. And I mean, yeah, that kind of like, that really like fucking tarnishes your reputation.
Absolutely. I mean, it's even the same to be said about the Jussie Smollett thing we were talking about.
I mean,
before an investigation's over, how is that guy on Good Morning America or whatever it was being able to preach and tell his story?
Their narrative of an anti-Trump.
Well,
everything.
I don't know if that has anything. You're talking like from a judicial standpoint. Like if there's
people were believing didn't care about the facts and any of that shit. They saw a black gay man get attacked by a white supremacist Donald Trump supporter. So they fucking blew it up and created their own narrative about it, which already fits their anti-Trump narrative. Just like the Covington kids thing. Blew that up.
The what?
Put the Covington kids thing.
I don't think I know.
It was a group of kids wearing MAGA hats and shit.
Oh, with the dude on the Indian drum? Yeah. They jumped all over that, and then if you watch the whole thing, it wasn't as...
It wasn't nearly...
but it fit their narrative. And that's why they ran with it and spread all that false information in the first place.
A bratty-looking teenager giving kind of like a sneering look at a dude that's a Native American. You see that... If you just see that isolated by itself... It doesn't look good, and but I don't attribute.
No one's saying it doesn't. Before you spin it the way you spin it, you gotta get your facts straight.
Or
you're spreading fake news.
Also, though, I mean, they went out of control with it, especially for the kids' sake, because I just think they were
and that's where all these calls to death about children come from over the last couple of weeks. People were calling for all of them kids to die.
No, why?
Verified Twitter accounts.
They're being asshole teenagers. You think that they didn't wear those MAGA hats just to be assholes because they're teenagers?
Who cares?
I know, but I'm saying they're just being dumb teenagers. That's all.
They're fucking.
But now,
to them, they're not being assholes. They're supporting their president. It's not. I'm gonna be an asshole and rock the MAGA hat into DC.
No, you want to see if
they were singing their school song, and then these fucking
down there,
black Israelites come over. And then you get one angle.
Before this happened,
these kids are all racist pieces of shit. They deserve to die. None of that's true.
I don't believe that either. I don't believe they're racist pieces of shit.
I'm just saying, but that's what they spread. And that's what happened afterwards.
But before this happened, I was making deliveries down in my truck route, and the church. It was a bunch of them down there because they were all rallying. It was like an anti-abortion.
They were there for the March for Life.
Yeah,
right.
Which is pro-life.
Or in DC,
just like
full of fucking
March for Choice or whatever it's called.
It's like that. That's when. Because
they do it every year.
I know, but it's the two sides of the coin. That is all a bunch of fucking people I can't stand. And then you also have parts of DC where it's so oozingly fucking okay, there's a giant fucking church down there. It's like some sort of Christian church, and they have
the Catholic.
Well, I don't even know that this is Catholic.
I think it is.
I think it's Christian. No, honestly, it's right at this traffic circle, and there is a giant huge set of stairs that lead up to the entrance of the place, and they roll out this gigantic rainbow flag down the front of the stairs, and that's fine, but come on, Christianity and faith and stuff, like those people, like, don't try to like fucking, we're on your side now. You know what I mean? Like,
a lot of them are.
No, I know, but just with the background of it, like because I think it's all bullshit, and like all basically that is like, please, hey, come in here and make donations, please. You know what I mean? So that's just my only beef with it. It's just them like putting
it's
on
all virtue signaling.
Yeah,
it's all it all is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't care. They don't give two fucks what happened to Jussie Smollett if it actually happened. You know what I mean? Like the media. And
why
shit
wouldn't
like
they?
that.
No, if it actually happened, why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But no, dude. There's plenty of murders and stuff and all that kind of crap going on. But a lot of that becomes like so routine. It's like you don't hear about every murder in fucking Baltimore.
Because no one talks about it.
Because
it's not a problem.
Yeah, like 300 in a fucking year. How many are you going to cover on a news cycle? You know what I mean? It's
it's not the murders that need to be covered. It's how you're going to stop them.
Let me say this.
I don't know all about that. I don't get paid enough to think about solutions. I'm just another dumb American with a full-time job, and at the end of the day, none of this shit affects I got bills to pay. It's all bullshit. Just turn the TV off. It makes your life a little easier.
The thing about all of these situations and all of the virtue signaling, which I'll go back to what John just said.
We need to break this up because this is getting way too serious. But go ahead, finish your statement.
It's more than a statement. The money.
Money.
Everybody thinks that everything is speaking to them.
Very foolish. God.
I want to make this point because there are a lot of fucking stupid people out there. There are people who get into uproars and the fake, Matt likes to call it the fake rage of the day. And it's true. And let me tell you something. When the Boy Scouts let girls join,
there's already an all-girls Boy Scouts.
Hold on. The crazy rights say, we have to change everything for these liberals, blah, blah, blah. The liberals say this is a win for Boy Scouts and girls everywhere. Let me tell you something. The Boy Scouts were going under. They needed more registrations, and this was the only way to do it.
All that publicity.
Really?
Publicity.
That's what it was. It was money. So let me tell you the next thing. When Pepsi or when Coke or when Nike does something that offends people, it only offends one half of people. It doesn't offend the other half. Do you know what that company did? They spent millions of dollars researching which way was going to make them the most goddamn money. They ain't doing it for you. They ain't doing it to support your cause. They researched it and determined that cause will make them more money, and everybody out there is dumber for thinking that they're doing something good.
To play devil's advocate to that, to play devil's advocate to that, I'm not saying that necessarily a big corporation or whatever, but let's say you're running a personal small business.
Okay.
Right? You can go do some voluntary work or sponsor some sort of charity event and not give a fuck about it because it'll give you good PR. People see it, and you don't have to fucking be there. You could just say, "Hey, I'll donate a couple $100 to your cause," and just throw my company logo on there,
right.
And that's free that's advertising, and it'll get all the people there that are sympathetic to whatever cause that may be.
Where's your devil's advocate argument?
Yeah.
You're saying exactly what I just said. They did it for the PR.
No, but I'm saying you can still be supportive of it, though. What I'm
those
saying?
people don't give a fuck. Why do you think they picked that cause?
Mom and pop shop might, they might be. They're not going to generate the buzz and the money that these big corporations are.
What I'm speaking to mainly is probably more like a small business kind of thing. Where you may be hands-on with it.
If you had a small business, you would support the things you care about.
Yeah.
Personally.
But also, if it makes you look good, that helps too. You can still help and do whatever.
What I'm saying is,
I don't know.
You're talking about boots on the ground type of work.
Yeah.
Which is actually a little bit more. But when you just throw Colin Kaepernick up on a billboard.
Oh, they knew it was going to get a rise out of people. For sure.
They took a very small hit and got a humongous return.
They had 10 different marketing campaigns that they could run at that moment in time. They looked at every single one of them, and every single one they said, we'll get this many more people, we'll lose this many people. and the winner was the Kaepernick ad. I guarantee it. If you think that they just decided we're going to stand and we're going to take the calls with Colin, you're fucking wrong. They fucking used you like they use everybody else.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're probably, yeah.
It's all about the money.
Well, that's the...
And until people realize you're being used like a bunch of fucking dullards just so that these companies can make more money, they will keep you divided. The companies will keep you divided.
Yeah, because, I mean, the flip side
of
that...
globalists! Destroy Joe Rogan! But that's the truth.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But
that's the realest thing that comes out of looking at all these marketing campaigns and all these fucking butthurt people. Because they're making money. The ads are making money.
Because, like, the flip side to that, like, I mean, hey, I'm guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. I got some Nike sneakers, and I love them. But the other flip side to it is that I'm sure that these fucking shoes that I even own are probably being made at an extremely low cost, damn near fucking slave labor fucking pay.
Right.
You know, and every company that can do it and get away with it is going to do it because that's just, you know.
Absolutely. That's business.
Yeah. But I mean, there are, I have my cousin. She works for like an importer. And this guy, like, he imports like she's told me some stuff. I can't remember all the details, but he imports like random stuff for like pharmacies, like, you know, just trinkets, candles, bullshit they sell, like Dollar General, stuff like that. And almost all that stuff is getting imported from China. So she goes to like Hong Kong like once or twice a year for business meetings. And she was saying that I just remember one time, I don't know if they were what the fuck they were. And she's like, yeah, we got to go over there and like close some account with somebody. I'm like, why? She's like, apparently the pharmacy found out that that they have some child labor going on, so they're cutting all ties because before it gets out, because they don't want the PR, because like they didn't know. So she's like, yeah, so this trip's gonna be a pain in the ass because like he's gonna be butthurt, but like they're gonna, that's like, yo, like, dude, like. But the flip side of that is like, okay, maybe that was child labor, but even the people that, like, you know, what you hear about, like the iPhones getting made and like there's fucking like nets outside the building to catch fucking people from jumping to their death. Like, okay, like maybe they don't have child labor going on, but that's pretty fucking awful. If you're like, I'm going to fucking, like, dude, there's been days where it's like, oh my God,
like $1 or $2 a day.
This is like such a shitty day at work. There's like one day it's like, I'll just drive the fucking truck right off the side of the road, but I don't fucking actually do it.
Yeah.
To really push somebody to throw themselves, like, you got some serious shit going on, you know? Like, I don't know. It's everybody's got some shit with them, man. We're all trying to get rich. Everybody wants money,
and
that's the bottom line of everything.
The corporations, they feed the politicians, and then the politicians,
because
feed
they
it back
want
to us.
Yeah, because they want lower tax rates and they want less regulations so they can make more money. So they line the pockets of politicians so that kind of thing will happen.
Right. Except AOC, baby. Fucking worst decision ever made. Ran Amazon out of New York City.
25,000 jobs, averaging $150,000 a year. Poof.
Yep.
I know nothing about her, really. I just, all I've seen is like the memes.
I'd tell you,
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
And they're like, oh, I'm so dumb, blah, blah, blah. And but I haven't like read into her and
when
stuff.
you're gonna provide 25,000 jobs and you're gonna boost an economy, you don't have to pay taxes. What you're doing is amazing.
Yeah.
So,
or
you don't pay taxes to help with your startup and things like that, to get that building built, to get the permits, to take the 2 years to do everything you got to do to get your infrastructure set up.
All that stuff gives me like a headache.
After that, maybe you start cutting back and you start giving a little slice back to the government. But
I mean, dude, like, there's no good way publicly that it's ever going to look when you hear like about like a company like Amazon or whatever, like did like basically by the end of it, like really just didn't pay any taxes, even though they're employing all those people. It's like you're making gazillions of dollars and not paying any taxes on it, and you're giving like okay jobs to people. Like, they're not, like, dude, I would not work for Amazon. I've known people that have.
You're not without a job. And homeless, and living in a ghetto.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's,
and they could have provided, I don't know, 20,000 of those.
That's like the extreme argument to it, but like, you know, it's just ugly, and then it hurts people's feelings, and that's what people get mad about. It's the same shit like Walmart. Like, fuck Walmart. Like, I try not to go there just because like it just gives me a fucking anxiety attack. Everything, because all these fucking people, like, I just hate the place. But, and then, like, you hear, like, these people have to deal with all these fucking, like, I can't even imagine having to deal, like, imagine being, like, a customer service representative at a Walmart. How that fucking job is.
I'd rather work at a James Way.
Like, you would just be dealing with, like, the fucking worst humanity has to offer. Like, and, like, then you hear, like, those people are, like, struggling to fucking get by and, like, getting paid, like, some bullshit wage. And I understand that, well, you should pump yourself up and get a better job. I get that. I understand, like, and people should. But, like, I feel like in certain areas where, like, the job options are very limited, like if you're out, like, in the Midwest anywhere, maybe, like, Walmart's the only place you can get a job. I don't know. It's all so tricky.
It's a double-edged sword. All of those arguments are double-edged swords.
And all of it, all this shit. Like, this is why I've kind of, like, begun, like, just kind of disconnecting a little bit. Is that everything that is, like, deals with politics and shit is never black and white. It just really never is. It's everything's shades of gray. Like, everything's, like, two sides of the story. Like, but then, you could go in there and just, like, feed into every single fucking clickbait headline that's out there. Like, it's like, yeah, they could say that, and, like, it's, like, in some cases, certain, like, the headline, it's kind of true, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, and then you read into it, it's like what the before you got over here, I'm not gonna fucking goddamn go through that article again. But it was like
John Wayne.
Yeah, that like an interview he gave in 1971 to Playboy magazine. Apparently, like a snippet of it, someone tweeted and it caught like traction. So it's like, dude, when I was reading it, like they were like, oh, he says a bunch of racist shit. And like
he was a 40-year-old man in 1970. That's what he was saying. Shit, the 40-year-old man in 1970
he was older than that.
60. Then even so, a guy who was raised between the 1910 and whatever.
He's been dead for 40 years.
I don't
basically
fucking know.
Like, what are we gonna do now? We gonna dig him back up and yell at him? Like,
that's all they're trying to do.
Well, that's
the only fucked up thing about that whole, because the article was just droning and like it was just like, and it's just like, yeah, I know. The only thing that was fucked up was the snippet of the whole
Indian.
Oh my fucking god, the shit he said. He's like, do I feel guilty that we took this great country from them? No. He's like, people needed new land and they were selfish and wanted to hold it for themselves. And I'm like, what the?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm like, oh my god, dude. It's like, and that was in Playboy and like, just, hey,
1970.
Yeah, nobody was like, everyone's like,
By the way, how much?
Like, I was like, oh my god, dude. Maybe John Wayne's canceled and so is R. Kelly.
How much?
You look. I mean, that's just what happens in history.
It is.
It's not his fault. He feels a certain way about it.
Conquering
you can't change what happens.
The world
everywhere.
The world expands.
R. Kelly's canceled though
by conquering.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Yeah, I know, but once again, it's like we live in a more advanced society than that was. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
well,
there's more communication and people are well more aware of like how the rest of the world is than like back then. So you just see people that are different than you. You're gonna stick to your fucking clique because you don't fucking know anything else. So we've just came a long way, and that stuff's not as appetizing. You know what I mean?
It's no different than Germany wanting to expand in World War II.
Yeah, but they was still under almost that same mentality.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It was 1800s.
They were going to conquer all the supreme race and all that stuff.
I'm not excusing those motherfuckers, though.
No, you can't.
I mean, I'm part German, but like my last name is actually with the C in it is German. Fischer.
See, mine was dropped. It was W-R-E-T-E. Ooh. Beep.
What? D-E-A-D-E-A-C-H-I-N-S.
Ditchkins.
Jean Ditchkins.
Anyway, mailbag.
Yeah.
Now that we finally get back to that.
We don't have any like. You don't have any.
No, we had to say Alex Jones. He did our mailbag.
Yeah. That was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. It's okay though because we don't need a whole lot of time for the mailbag. We have 2 new messages in the mailbag.
Two. Motherfucking 2, not 1. But 2.
But it's from the same person.
Oh, who? You.
Susie.
God love her.
Susie. Now here's...
this world has never produced a better human being.
Here's
Susie.
what we've got. She says in her subject line of her first email, I love t-shirts. Okay. I'd buy and wear one. Yay, Susie. Okay. Again, thank you.
The thing is that she's very well spoken, and she's she's smart. But Suze, I gotta be honest with you, you sound like a fucking like a fucking doofus on that. It's just like, I like shirts, yay, podcast.
Did we even talk about I thought we talked about stickers.
Yeah, we talked about stickers.
I don't remember talking about t-shirts.
I haven't even gotten the fuck.
Maybe we'll get a third message from her detailing exactly where we talked about t-shirts.
Yeah, or where we can get fucking somebody else to fucking make stickers for us.
By the way, second email, subject line, here for the podcasts. Thanks for the pun. I like it when there is a new episode to listen to each week. Oh, thank you. Let's work on that. Go fuck yourself. Thanks bunches, Susie.
Hey, she's not wrong.
I know. I know. I'm sorry, Susie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like you have to realize that Sean, I enjoy doing the show with him, but he is going to definitely let you down. Like he's just definitely going to let you down.
So you can pay me what my salary pays me?
Like Sean is a creature of I'm going to work and then I'm going home and I'm closing the drapes, locking my door, and I don't want to fucking be contacted by any outside force. Would you call that accurate?
That's pretty goddamn
Yeah,
accurate.
I know. It's pretty spot on. We've been doing this for a bit. I mean, I've known you years and years ago, but when you're kids, you're different people. Now we're like adults. That's just how he is. I can't live. That would drive me crazy.
I had to take my kid out the other day to a science fair.
I know that was probably a struggle, huh?
I tell you. And by the way, when we got to the end of the science fair,
was this the thing you sent me?
Yeah, we looked at all the science fair projects, and I said, "Ooh, when's the ribbon ceremony? First, second, and third, right?" And Bella said,
all get ribbons.
"We're not doing that." I said, "What?" She said, You'll see, Daddy. Okay. 36 kids got trophies. 36 kids got trophies. Not one of them.
Were they actual physical trophies?
Physical little
Were they all
participation trophies.
Did anyone win?
No. They just all got trophies.
No one won.
Not a winner. This is what I said to Matt.
Is this the world you want, Matt? Is this your fucking world?
Listen.
Hold on. This is what I said to Matt. I said they all get trophies for a science fair, not first, second, and third ribbons.
Yeah, he blew me up with some messages, and he was like just straight raging out. And I like my first response was like, "How drunk are you right now?"
I said,
and he's like, "No, I'm here right now. I'm not a monster." I was like, but in my head, I thought like it was.
He
over
thought it
with.
was earlier.
Yeah, and like you were at home
because it was almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
and I said,
usually that's when he's drunk and venting.
They all get trophies for a science fair, not first, second, and third ribbons. We refuse to tell these monsters to just get fucked when they don't come in first or third. Have to give all of them praise. This is because they are led by a generation that got their dick slapped a little too hard one time by Uncle Jim. He said, "You got a good buzz going, eh?" I said, "Sober as ever. I am at a school science fair, for fuck's sake. I'm not a monster."
I thought you were probably at least 3/4 of a bottle of Cherry Wave and Red Bull down, and you were like at home, like, and you had dealt with this earlier in the evening, and you had to go home and just like pour bottle down your neck to deal with your frustration with it.
All the kids getting trophies.
I totally get where people are coming from, but like the other part of me is just like, who really gives a shit? Because like I don't know. I the whole like trophy fucking thing. The only like substantial trophy I ever got with anything was I got third place in the Pinewood Derby, and there was only a first.
I'm pretty sure our bowling team came in first or second every year.
No,
yeah,
I remember a trophy.
We were only behind the only other team that would come close to us was whatever that team that fat stinky fuck Ricky on.
Dude,
that guy is the worst. That guy, that shit wafted over you when he walked by.
Smelled bad.
Dude,
like 1,000 toilets and septic systems.
That is a human being and a name I have not thought about since back then.
That guy was a monster.
Like,
what was his name?
No, as soon as he mentioned I can smell him.
You can smell it. It's like your thighs have been rubbing together for 8 days and they're hot.
He smelled like,
and you melt Swiss cheese on your hot thighs.
He smelled like armpits and like moldy basement and just spoiled fucking Taco Bell ground beef, like all rolled together. Like that was the benefit of having him on your bowling team, is that you should probably sit it near the lane where the opposing team's going to be throwing down, just to possibly like sit him on that seat right on the end. So maybe that your stench will fucking
with a fan just blowing that way.
Yeah, dude, you just get like a big industrial fan
Sit
and just
in front of that.
No, just like squat with your legs wide open right in front of it. Oh,
Well, how old were y'all?
like 13.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
He's
Up
getting
through,
some
I think
hair in
I
some
went.
places.
I did it up until I was
Getting
15
sweaty.
or something.
Ugh.
Well, yeah, dude, especially like a 13, because like 13-year-old, you're
God.
like, you're not even like you're still like kind of a kid. You're not really that funky yet. But
Oh, he was
Worried about
funky.
deodorant
it's
every
like
day.
I wonder how long he would go with that. Now see, the thing is that like is making me backtrack is like now I'm trying to think of his parents because they had to be there, right?
Demons. I don't know. The fucking worst.
Child of
I know,
Satan.
but like I didn't pay attention
If you're driving him in the back seat of your car, how do you not have a conversation with that kid when you get home?
because he smells like fucking road.
How do you not sit him
Ricky-
down and say, "Hey, you got to use some soap, fatso"?
Was he fat?
No, dude, oh yeah, big as
Ginormous.
and like would wear like ill-fitting shirts, so it was like the bottom of his
Fucking-
gut would be hanging out, and like his
Like-
ass cracked. He'd be in sweatpants and like a t-shirt.
He'd wear sweatpants and he'd wear a 5X polo shirt. That
yeah,
fucking
like-
the collars be all fucked up.
And, like,
he'd
and-
have the little hanger marks on his fucking shirt.
And they were like, weren't they like a little discolored?
Always,
Like, you know what I mean? He
because
was like,
his skin discolored him.
I know, but like just
The fat, what he sweats out.
to just drive it home a little bit
Took a
more
shower,
for
probably
you.
Fucking albino.
That guy that we worked with, Scott,
Yeah.
like him, but
One
a
of those
big,
big
fat, gross version of him. And because the only reason is I probably didn't pay any attention to this because I was like 13, but like now, like I'm like, fuck, what are his parents like? They have to be the same, probably. Dude, apple and
they're
tree,
just
bro.
not around.
He had the
Apple and tree, dude. I'm telling you.
biggest cheeks. He was like a
He's talking about
chipmunk.
that ass. He's like, you know what? He's a stinking motherfucker, but he had a fucking dumper in his pants.
It was like a chipmunk,
PH.
but he stuffed his mouth with hot dogs instead of nuts.
I did too sometimes. Well, no, I remember whether our routine was that Dad would take me to go bowling, and we would stop at McDonald's, and I would get sausage and egg McMuffin with a hash brown. But yeah, I do. Dude, did you remember the guy that like did the maintenance there?
Oh no!
What?
Oh no!
What? What?
Oh, never mind.
What?
It's his dad passed away.
He's like,
thought it was
look,
him.
Dude, I couldn't. I know
Oh,
who
you
you're
looked
talking
him
about.
up?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about, but I didn't remember his name. You remember like the guy that did the maintenance there? It was like that big fucking sloppy fat gross dude too.
Look, he's on LinkedIn.
That dude, the
Yeah.
dude from Bowl America.
Ricky's LinkedIn. Look, he wants to see.
I don't know what LinkedIn is. What does he look like now?
You don't know because he's smart enough not to put his fat face on LinkedIn.
Like this, I mean, yeah,
He's like the Twitter egg.
yeah, but I mean, he doesn't have like a connected way to get to him on Facebook or anything.
If I was him, I wouldn't allow that.
Yeah, that's a good chance. Or
He's
like
probably
he's.
a fucking millionaire, like super successful now.
I highly doubt it. Man.
Rachel and Ricky.
There was
Married.
were like people that like going through the high school age were like awkward and like dorky and stuff. But if like they were like stinky, like I don't think any of them succeeded. The ones that were like just like dorky and really into like their work are probably the ones that are really rich now. But like if you were like not showering, like
Being the smelly kid in school, that was always like.
yeah, but that's that's
Everyone knew who you
100% the
were.
parents' fault.
Yeah.
There's no way it's not. You know what I mean? Like you gotta like make that shit a habit from a young age. And I mean, yeah, kids are ridiculous and they'll like probably try to fight you on getting a bath or whatever sometimes, just because kids do shit like that. But like, no, like you gotta say no, motherfucker. We take a shower every day here, or take a bath or whatever it is. You know how kids can be. I remember it was my ex-girlfriend. She said that like she went through a period where she was really scared to like get in the bathtub, like when she was young, just because it was just like some crazy kids just do shit. I don't know. And she was like, I was always afraid that I was going to get like when they like drain the tub that I was going to like suck down into it. I think she saw something in a movie and it like spooked. She's like, yeah, that was like, wow, I was out. Talk about goddamn bringing back some fucking crazy old memories, dude. What?
This is really bad what I'm doing. But we might get a picture of Ricky and his father's tribute video.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
fucking
wow.
Christ.
What a piece of shit.
I am a piece of shit, aren't I?
Dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Although, I'll tell you what, Dad's not
if he's
looking
a
much
listener?
better.
No shit.
Dad is
I'm glad I was sitting down.
Dad's kind of like that. Dad's kind of like that guy off the Goonies. What's his name?
Chunk.
Take a look at this. Yeah, this is Chunk all the way.
Or
like I could just picture this guy saying, "Baby Ruth."
Oh no, that guy. Chunk.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, not Chunk.
What was that guy?
Oh my, Matt, you gotta look at this. It's exactly what he looks like. He looks like.
Can you turn it?
He looks
my
like
way?
a cross
I don't feel
between Chunk and Sloth.
Sloth. Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
what
let's
I'm
just
thinking.
turn the computer towards it. Jesus fucking Christ!
Have some respect. The guy's passed away.
Rest in
Rick
peace.
in this? Ricky?
Huh?
Ricky in this?
No, I kind of scanned. Ricky probably made sure he wasn't. Oh,
Is that him?
no.
This is like the most awful thing we've ever followed through on this podcast. But I'm also like not yelling at you to stop. Like I got more triggered when you were talking about Mexicans than that. Like
No, nothing.
he is the man without a face.
He was only 47.
Well, when you're like fucking
900 pounds.
yeah, not showering and stuff. Like I mean, that isn't the like necessarily the recipe for a long extended life. You know, like I mean, hey, I might drop dead at 50, but at least I don't think I'll start stinking until I've been dead for a while.
He didn't brush his teeth every day either.
Clearly not.
Yeesh.
Yeah, dude. I don't get people with like. I've known people who like just bad genetics. They had bad teeth, but like. Things are not that bad in this country that you can't go get a job and get some dental insurance and get your fucking teeth fixed. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's just I think some people are just it's not important to them because like, they had like fucking hillbilly white trash fucking my whole family's got fucking shit teeth. So what difference does it make? It's like, dude, I have to keep up on mine. Like my teeth are straight, so I never had to like have braces. That was for my father, but like I have like I don't know, dude, my head's filled with so many fucking fillings. Like,
I've never had a
I grind my teeth at night and it causes fractures in my teeth.
Yeah,
that's what happened with these two.
Same.
Yeah.
I never heard that terminology until you brought it up. But what it does is those fillings that I've gotten. He straight up said like he's like I was at the dentist. He's like, let me see your bite, but my teeth are like perfectly lined up, and he's like, oh, that's a nightmare for fillings. He's like, and I was like, yeah, and I grip my teeth in my sleep. Like there's some, because I remember when I was a kid, my mom was like,
so you don't have like an over or under bite?
not
You're just
my, but barely. When I was growing up, like even from when I was a kid, my mother would say, and she'd be in like the next bedroom. She's like, I heard you're grinding your teeth. Like,
yeah, that's what my parents said.
Yeah, I was like, God damn, like I'm just going at it, like I don't know what's
you're
going.
eating something in your sleep. I'm so hungry.
Dude, no, that's not even eating it. It's like I was like, if I'm eating, it's like going at it like I'm biting the back of a running deer. Like
Ricky's probably got nice teeth then because he's probably actually eating things in his sleep.
My aunt did that for a while. Rest her soul. That was like when later in her life, apparently like she was waking up in the middle of the night,
like sleepwalking.
Goes to bed with 2 hot dogs in his jowls.
See if you guys.
No, she never did no shit like that.
All right.
Like a machine, like just dropping shit in his mouth.
Oh, no.
Hit up the mailbag at herefortheinsults.com. We'll
Keep watching
read your
like that
emails.
TLC. They have like the My 600 Pound Life. Maybe we'll see it one day where he's being like a fucking
taking him out of the stairs apartment from a crane.
They're like have to tear a fucking wall.
Why are we beating up on Ricky?
Dude, I don't really
I'm
have
telling you,
a
he's a fucking millionaire right now.
Hold on, man. We all have like plumbing and shit. I just don't really have a whole lot of sympathy for stinky people. I used to live with hippies, and they were like that. And you should have heard how I talked about that. I talked to them.
Yeah.
Like I remember this one day we were sitting there watching. I'm sitting there on the fucking couch taking bong hits, and the one dude, Matt, comes home, and he's a white guy with dreads, which means he stinks usually just immediately.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like he sits down next to me, and he just straight smells like fucking BO. And I was like, bro, if you're gonna sit anywhere fucking next to me, I was like, go fucking shower. And he's like, well, I was like, dude, you're ruining my buzz. And he's like, what? He's like, was laughing at me. I'm like, we have a running shower upstairs that I use every day. There's no excuse, bro. I'll buy you a bar of soap and a fucking stick of deodorant if that means I'll buy every one of them for the rest of your life. If that means you don't have to be stinking around me. Like, I can get you a bar of soap for like 50 cents.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, it's just inexcusable. All it is that you're fucking gross and you're fucking lazy. And you have like no self-respect. But I'm talking to all you people out there too. If you're a motherfucker walking around stinking, like I go to metal festivals and shit. I'll hit the pit, and there's like one dude who like looks like he just got off his shift at fucking medieval times, and he smells like rip roaring armpits. Fuck that guy. I all the time at metal shows.
Moral of the story: don't be stinky.
Not around that Big Matt
Don't go to
Fisher.
metal shows.
No, go to metal shows. Go to metal shows. Oh wait, actually, this will be after that.
Yeah, how'd the show go?
I hope. Okay.
I hope it was terrible.
It was amazing. I was there. It was awesome.
All right.
Alex Jones showed up.
March 10th, we'll be back at the Depot where that guy that was the son of the Temptations. We're going to be back there March 10th. It's a Sunday for a matinee show.
Cool.
It's going to be. It starts it's like 3 to 7 on a Sunday.
I won't see you there.
It's being headlined by local death metal legends, Bound by the fucking Grave. So
Who?
They're Bound by the Grave. Is the name of the band. If you listen to local music, they've been around a long time. They're like the one local band that gets booked on the Maryland Death Fest. Like Bound by the Grave has a following, and I'm really stoked to play with them because like I've been a fan of them for a while.
Bound by the Grave?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're not on Spotify. I looked it up.
Wrap it up before I gotta rewind the fucking outro again.
Continue rewinding it forever. Thanks for listening.
Mailbag at herefortheinsults.com.
We're going to keep driving this home. Here for the insults. Mailbag at herefortheinsults.com. Send us an email. Yell
Leave an
at us.
iTunes review, too.
iTunes reviews. Anything that you... I mean, come on. Everybody I'm talking to, I know, is like relatively smart people. You know what will help us. Just follow through with it.
Emails didn't prove that.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
And-
she is probably our bestest listener.
No, Susie, I love you, baby. I love you. She's the best. Like, seriously. Everybody else kind of sucks compared to she's the best. Catch us next week. John, thanks for hanging out and doing podcasts with us. I missed you, buddy.
Yeah, missed you too, man. I'll be back next week, too. Fuck it. It's my podcast now.
Hey, dude, you could be on every week if it boosts our numbers.
All right. See y'all fuckers later.
Peace.
Toodles.
And I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no-good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is. Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?